Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hello, welcome.
We have got, let's see here. I want to go back before I introduce our special guests. Blue Collar Homestead is in the house. Ormsby Farms, Casey, hello. Vision Acres, nice. You're in your PJs, love it. That's pretty much my PJs anyway. So, Vision Acres is in their PJs. Cars here. PJs. Darn, do I have to get dressed again? No, you're good. You're good. Kicking it with Harold. Thank you, Charlene Heel. Glad you're here, Charlene. Free Hanley won't be able to make it tonight. I'm sad, but I totally get it. I will read her email right after. And Country Mama Musings and Papa Jim are in the house. Glad they're here. And Broke Cowgirl, hey, happy Friday. And let's see here. Thanks for being patient. As we have our guests backstage, we were trying that new Simply Jan. Oh my gosh, if you have not seen Simply Jan's latest garden video, you got to check it out. I laughed my head off. I made Ryan watch it too.
It was pretty funny.
She had some Swiss chard. Let's see. And then who else we got? Gagne Farms. Anybody home? No, we're not home. Thanks for the tips on the garden, though. I appreciate it. I'm going to check that out. And Mon's Family Homestead. Hey, hey, hey. And let's see here. I want to make sure I got everybody before I bring them on because I don't want to interrupt folks. Haig Homestead. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Joyful Acres. Well, we're really glad you're here. I miss you guys, but hey, we'll take it. That's our friend, Semper Fi. So anyway, we're going to bring on up our special guests, and let me introduce to you, hey, Susie Jacobson. Let me introduce to you Eric and Monica Bland from Bland's Promised Land Ranch. So give them a round of applause. Woo! I'm sorry, who are you? No.
This is Erica.
Sorry.
Well,
right before we came up, I took a swig of the drink here and I started gagging.
He started choking. He's like,
is that what was going on? I was watching. Hey, Anita, Flower Folk, Stringfield Ridge, Ann Dale, Susie Jacobson, Rambling with the Brooms. And let me just go back real quick. Hilltop Gardens is here. Thank you. So if I missed you in the chat, I apologize. We just want to do a really cool interview with them. So what we're going to do is ask them some questions.
choking on
And we're going to have them. Don't tell them.
I can't live that down, man.
You started it.
True. It's a fair statement.
And then after we're done asking questions, we'll open it up to the chat. Have you guys, if you have a question in the chat after we're done with the interview, put it all in caps so that way I can check it out. And then I think then after that, we'll have the pajama party, after party. Ryan's laughing. He'll be leaving then.
Yeah, that'll be.
He's had a long week, so I'm surprised he's here. So let's get him.
Can I ask a question first? Can I just mess up everything?
Yeah.
Why does Ryan's body language say that he's angry?
Oh, because of the way we're sitting, I guess this would
He's
be.
like,
It's hot.
Yeah, that's usually how it's.
You got to open the window. It's hot here.
I'm angry, Eric, because I didn't get the questions either. So I don't.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're going to be asked here, and
Yeah.
I guess I apologize here at the beginning.
I'm just along for the ride. I was sitting there eating dinner, and Monica comes in 6 minutes till, and she's like, "We got to log on in 8:29," and she's going to talk about the questions she sent. I'm like, "Questions? What questions?"
I didn't say it in an angry tone like I was upset. I was like, you need to get in here. Let's go. He was like, yeah.
I made Joey Chestnut look slow.
Do you want to open the window because it is warm in here?
Yeah.
You want to do that now quick before we start? We're going to open the window real quick. I put my sweatshirt on. It was cool. But the minute the two big of us sat together, it got really warm. So
It's all the love, all the heat from your love.
It's all the heat from our love. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh gosh, you guys are too funny. Hey, Ned at the Cow Emporium. So we're gonna let the Inquisition begin here. I'm gonna let Ryan come right back here.
Yeah, Eric saw the picture I sent you, and he was like, what's this?" And I'm like, "Don't you love that picture she put up with me grabbing you?"
Monica sent it to me.
I thought that was one of those personal pictures.
Our daughter took that picture. It's not personal.
Jan wants me to make her a moderator because Lisa Clovey is not here tonight. She had something
Yeah,
going
and
on.
usually we'd be modding. So I'm like, "Oh, can I mod still?"
Hold on, Jan. I'm getting to it. I'll make you a mod.
Alicia said she's not old enough for this.
She isn't. All right, bear with me. Sorry, technical difficulties. I didn't think of making somebody else a mod here. I feel like I'm challenged all of a sudden.
You got your Yogi Hollow sticker.
I know.
We're rubbing it in. She don't have her sticker yet.
Yeah.
And that
Where is my sticker?
in my purse.
Okay, so I clicked on add moderator. Let's see. And then blue collar.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Lisa Clovey is awesome.
She's our total go-to mod.
Oh yeah, blue collar. Trinity knows how to mod now. She's all like,
She's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a few mods. Look, and it's up to you guys if you mod. If you don't worry about it. This is not like high pressure situation here.
just watch out for Alicia. She gets out of hand sometimes. You know, she's talking about tinkling. Daz gets in here. It starts. It's all downhill from there.
All right, I added a few mods. So thanks for your patience, everybody. All right, on with the show. Are we ready?
Born ready.
Born ready.
I mean, what else can we say? I've already said I haven't gotten the questions. Me and Ryan don't even know what to do. We're just eye candy.
Yeah, I guess that's it here.
High intensity moderation. Yeah. Don't be offended if I didn't make you a mod. I'll make you a mod another time. The pressure's on. Okay, so hey guys, tell us about yourselves.
Okay, so this is Eric. I'm Monica. And yeah, well, what do you want to know?
Wow.
Well,
She's a great interview.
Like, well, so we've been married for 24 years and we have 8 kids, and we grew up in Maryland and we moved here in 2014 to start a new life.
Awesome.
Now we live in Northeast Texas.
Nice. So why don't you tell us what made you move to Texas and own your own ranch?
The Lord. So Eric likes to go to work and pray and spend time with the Lord, and that's a good thing. We both spend time with the Lord, but he likes to come home with like wild ideas like, "Hey, I feel like I should quit my job and we should move to Texas." Like just at random, you know, "Hey, maybe you could pray about that." And I'm all like, okay. So this was like September. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll pray about that." So then like a month later, he's like, "Okay, so what are you thinking? Did you been praying about that move?" And I was like, "What? That was for real? You're for real about that? We were supposed to really be praying about that? I thought you were joking." He was like, "No, for real." So like,
I had to take a side shoot on the prayer. So I had to start praying for her because she wouldn't, I don't know what her problem is.
I had to be seriously like he comes to me with these wild ideas and I'm like, okay. And no, he was for real. And so he started looking for jobs, and, you know, a couple different things opened up, and every time something opened up, the door would shut. And we went to our parents and told them what the plan was, that we were just going to move to Texas. We didn't know when or where or what was going on, but we just knew we needed to move. And he went for a couple job interviews, and his company that he actually worked for in Maryland, in Baltimore, said, "Well, we have a position, but that's not the right one. So we're just going to take your resume and maybe create you a position if you really want to move bad enough." And so by August 1st of the following year, we were in Texas.
Wow,
Awesome.
that's really cool.
It was pretty amazing. And we didn't know it at the time, but his building he was working in was getting ready to be bought out or whatever. They were having transfer stuff, and he would have basically had to re-interview for his job if he wanted to stay in that building. So God kept him in that same company at the same pay rate. and all the same everything. And
Oh,
they helped us move down here. It was a blessing. We had no idea we were even planning for. And God said, here you go. So
that's amazing.
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Ryan and I have been having a lot of those conversations the past year. It's crazy how things work out.
Yep. And then you just realize that God planned it out for you and you just walked right into it.
Yep. Yep. That's
So-
awesome.
So from a farming perspective, we started raising chickens up in Maryland, and we lived in a little tiny townhouse. So we actually used my father-in-law's place to have chickens, and then my dad and my mom, which you've seen in some of the videos, we put a garden at their house to just try it. And we did it for about a year or so.
Mhm.
And, you know, the big reason that we wanted to be able to raise our own food was because we just started looking more into, I guess, some of the health issues that some of our kids were having. And a lot of it pointed back to what was in the food that we were eating. And so, or not knowing exactly what was in the food. And so we wanted to take that to the next level. So when we were looking to move down here, we started contemplating, like, you know, what would we want to grow? What kind of animals would we want to have?
Mhm.
And just kind of started calculating it from there. And we had a range between 10 and 30 acres. And because of where we came from, I went to a 10-acre house, and I asked the real estate guy, I'm like, how many acres is this? And he said, well, this is 10. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, we gotta scale back. There's no way in the world I'd be able to handle 30 acres. And so ironically enough, we had 3 days to try to find a house. My mom and I came down, and basically her and I tried to figure out where we were. Monica was working from distance, and
Wow.
the Lord opened up the door for the place that we're in right now. We had basically 3 houses to look at, and this was the only one suitable for a family of our size to be able to move right in and be able to live.
When we were
Wow.
living in Maryland in that townhome, we had, it was a 3-bedroom townhome, 2 levels, just over 1,000 square feet from top to bottom. And we had 7 kids at the time. Our youngest was just born in 2014 at the time. He was our 7th. And so, you know, we were filling up the space, and people kept saying, don't you want to move? Don't you want a bigger house? And I was like, you know, bigger house just means more to clean. So I'm fine where I'm at. But, you know, God really opened up a lot of doors for us. And he said, here, take this place. And when he came down here to look for those 3 days, the house that we're in right now wasn't even available. When he got down here, the day he got down here, they dropped the price just enough to like ping on that little, you know, the little real estate ping where they put it on the list.
Yeah.
It pinged on my Zillow in Maryland, and it pinged on the real estate here. And I called Eric that day too. And I said, hey, there's a house that's really neat looking. It's got 10 acres. It's an hour from the city. It's got all the things that I'm asking that I want. Maybe can you just go look at that? And he was like, oh yeah, the real estate agent just said we should go look at that today. And the minute he walked in here, he was like, yeah, this is it. So
Wow.
the next day, the day he was actually getting ready to leave, he parked his car in the front of the house like some creepy stalker at 6 a.m. And then he distance drove it to the building where he was going to work to see if it was an hour away, because that was one of our requirements. We asked the Lord to give us a house that was within an hour drive. And sure enough, it was 55 minutes away. And
Wow.
it was it. So yeah, he had 3 days, and lo and behold, here it was waiting for him when he got here. So it was pretty awesome. So I didn't actually see the house that I'm living in now until we arrived in August. So my first day here, living here in Texas, was my first day in this house too, like seeing it. So it was really cool.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
really awesome. I know when we moved to South Dakota, Ryan had been looking, and the market is challenging here. You have to look during certain times of the year because of the tourists, the influx of tourism that's here. And so the prices change, everything changes. So he's looking. And, you know, the houses that we would have bought in North Carolina that were in, or were comparable, were half the price of what was out here.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not talking mansions, we're talking very cheap, modest places, you know? And he looked at this one and was telling me, yeah, you know, the price is kind of high. I don't know about that. And long story short, while I was out here in November, he said to me, he goes, while you're here, let's go look at it. Otherwise, I too would have moved right into a house without seeing it.
Mhm.
So that's
Look
why.
at that grin on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He's-
things you do for your husband.
Yeah. Well, he's also laughing at Diesel because the whole time we've been here, Diesel is like putting toys on our lap. So, hey, everybody in the chat. So, all right. So, tell us about the animals you have. I think most of us know it, but I think it's really great if you share it with everyone because there's some new people in here tonight that might not know that.
Yeah. So the animals obviously is what takes a lot of our time throughout the day. Some of the easier ones that we deal with would obviously be the chickens and ducks. They're
Mhm.
kind of self-sustaining. Sometimes they get fed, sometimes they don't.
They get fed.
They always find stuff somewhere. But the cows are a big piece of what we raise because we do have a grass-fed beef business on the side, and we utilize that as a means to support our need for the meat that we eat throughout the year. And of course, we have pigs and rabbits. And this year, new for us are two birds, which are the turkeys and the quail.
We just got the quail from Jake over at Nunya.
Yeah.
Nunya, Texas in the back 20. That's cool because we're enjoying those so far. So yeah. So I think
Awesome.
that's all of our animals.
What do
That's a lot of
What do you
animals.
plan on doing with the quail eggs, or do you plan on eating them?
Both.
Just out of curiosity, I guess.
Yeah. So
Both.
so I know, and I don't know if this is in the questions because I didn't get the questions, but yeah.
Passive aggressive.
I didn't see it in the, just for the record, Eric, I didn't see it in the questions either, but I thought it was interesting topic.
I'm with you. I'm just giving Lisa a hard time. Although she could easily give it back because she hasn't gotten her sticker yet.
Stop reminding her.
It's in Monica's purse.
It's in my purse.
And if I really want to tease, I would just
Stop. Answer the question. We're going to use them for meat and for eggs
Okay.
because it seems like such a great opportunity for us because it's a quiet animal. You can raise it in a small amount of space.
Yeah.
You don't need some massive amount of barn space for them. And they are very quick to reach maturity. And so like when I was talking to Jake, I had done a little bit of back research on them. And from the time the egg is laid, it's basically a 12-week finish time. They're fully mature in 9 weeks and you have an 18-day incubation period. So the amount of, and they lay almost daily, or they do lay daily. So you're looking at these eggs that you can incubate in less than 3 weeks and then get them to full grown in 9. And it's not like you have to push them like meat birds. They're just give them their food. They stay in a cage. They're okay in a cage. I mean, they're fine on the ground, but they have quirks about them too. You know, one of the ladies I was watching on YouTube, she was saying that they don't like to have wet feet. They don't like to be in damp ground. So having them in a cage is something that makes them feel comfortable and safe. And that's a good thing. And when they feel safe, they grow strong and it tastes better.
Very cool.
Nice.
so
Very cool.
To kind of add to that, Ryan, you know, I know a lot of times on your live, we talk about rabbits and other self-sustaining animals that will reproduce quickly and be able to have a quick turnaround. And so I think last week we were actually talking about what you put in the freezer. And when you have birds like this, it's really a matter of once they get to a certain age, if you have them in different cages, you just take what you need to put in the freezer to last you for a week or two and then just keep cycling through. So
I like the idea of being able to go out there and get one as needed or getting a few. I also like that they're small enough that you could likely put them into a quart jar whole, you know, just
That's sick. Why would you do that?
Just, you know, feather them
Oh,
and then,
you mean-
eviscerate the inside, just, and actually cut up the back and peel the back open with the scissors. And then you could easily eviscerate and then close it back up and stick the whole thing in a jar and pressure can that. I mean, why not? I mean, if you can do that for rabbit, I've seen someone do that for rabbit. So why can't you do a whole quail? I mean, that might be a great way to get it out of your refrigerator and freezer and get it into your pantry for a more shelf-stable, long-term storage thing.
Interesting.
That's a great idea.
Because I've been trying to get things out of my freezer as much as possible.
That's what we're thinking about. We have 4 freezers. We're going to go down to 3 because the one freezer is older and we just don't want to have a freezer malfunction. So but we have a generator to power them if we needed to, and that's no problem. But we also are trying to look for ways where we're not dependent or reliant on a freezer all the time for all the homegrown stuff we've got. So absolutely a great idea. And I found a killer deal on
Got a new pressure
Marketplace.
canner.
New pressure canner.
Boom, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited.
Who found it?
Ryan.
In the video, I gave you credit.
Ryan found a new pressure canner.
I gave you credit, and I actually said Ryan
Okay,
found this
go
deal.
And who went to go pick it up? Who went to go pick it up?
Yeah.
But she
With
didn't
no
get
cell
stolen.
service at a stranger's house.
And she didn't get stolen.
Yeah.
No, I brought a video camera and put it in the GoPro right on the front of in the seat, but next to me. And I had it running, but of course I'm going to respect their privacy. I won't show that on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I literally left it running because I was like, "Go ahead, try and kidnap me."
Ping that location. Hey, I'm here. If I don't show back up in a couple hours, come find me.
Yeah, and I texted Ryan before. I said, "I'm heading now." And when I was heading out, there was no service where I was, so all I texted was "safe." Meanwhile, he texted me 3 other times by the time that one went through. It's crazy. So I know this answer, but I think it's a fascinating answer. So I want you to respond. Do you both work?
No. I am the only one that works.
You're the only one that works?
Okay, Eric, why don't you tell us about your work, and then we want to hear about Monica's. That's why I asked it.
No, honestly, so I'm in the commercial building industry. I run high-rise buildings, which is why we have to be close to large cities. Yeah. But the reality is that what Monica does is far more difficult than what I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really?
I know that because periodically she'll just disappear and I don't know where she is. And she's usually hiding in the garden somewhere. And then I'm responsible for taking care of the kids. 8 kids isn't a big deal until she's gone. And then once she's gone, it's like, dude, where did you go? And why don't you have your phone with you?
Yeah. Well, so Eric works outside of the house and then I'm at the house. And so we only have 6 of our 8 kids that are schooled anymore. My oldest 2 have graduated. My oldest got married in May. So we got to have that wedding here. That's a YouTube video on that. And then so he's married, he's living somewhere else. And then my oldest at home works full-time job. But, I homeschool. I also have, side business. I do, MLM businesses on the side, keep me busy. And that's fun because I like to do something for me beyond the garden. But it's been fun to be able to do some side businesses like that too. I like to be able to contribute in a way that I feel is helpful. When we do our meat business and stuff too, I'm usually the one trying to sell the cows and sell the meat. My goal is always to sell enough meat to pay for the cost of processing. If we have to pay for the cost of our crop processing for any of our animals, then I feel like it's a loss. I don't break even. Now, the other way, when someone pays for the processing of our animals, then I feel like I'm at least breaking even. I don't really see much of a profit after the feed bill and stuff goes in, but I feel like I'm breaking even there and it's making it all worthwhile. So even if that means I only sell 1 or 2 meat boxes out of a couple, head of cattle, if I have an entire 3 freezers full of cattle meat, I've got beef and I've got pork and all that stuff in there, and all those animals are paid for at the butcher, but by someone else's money, I'm successful. So that's kind of my side jobs. I do all the extra stuff behind the scenes that way too. So
that's awesome.
And just anybody out there who doesn't know me should know that I joke a lot about that, but she is honestly one of the hardest working people that I know. That was hard to say.
That was really hard to say.
It was hard to say.
No, Eric's always told me, he's always told me before, yeah, exactly. It's not making money. It's about not spending your own. That's it. And see, anytime I've ever wanted to do anything, like, back years ago, I sold Tupperware. And when I wanted to start doing some sales stuff, some, direct sales a couple years ago, he was like, look, you're totally fine to do that if you want. I support you in whatever you want to do, but just know that please don't do it because you feel like you have to make money.
Right.
I want you to do it because that's your outlet. That's something for you to be able to talk to people or interact with other women or men or whatever you're doing, So not men, but I don't want to say just, well, I sell bags and stuff. Just guys buy bags too. Anyway, the point is that my, what I sell and stuff like that isn't, it's just for like me to kind of just chill out a little bit and, be me. So yeah,
That's
I work in a great
awesome.
Your kids is the greatest job. That's true. Very true. So,
Very true.
Yep.
We've got a lot of great people in the chat. I just want to say hey to everybody. If I didn't say hello to you, please don't be offended. We're just doing the interview portion and then we'll party on after. But I want to make sure we focus on Eric and Monica. Notice I said that right today. I was very careful. So what made you guys decide to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I mean, Monica had tried to get us to do it for a while, and I kept saying no. A lot of it had to do with not really wanting. I don't know. I watch a lot of reality TV, and I feel like a lot of times the kids that grow up around that usually are damaged, if you can say that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't turn out well for them, and I didn't really want my kids to be around stuff like that where they were being recorded or, and honestly, in October 9th, 2020, I lost my job due to the pandemic. And it was actually a new job. The job that I had been doing for almost 21 years, I left to do this other job. And it was something that would help my career grow. Mm-hmm. And I did it. And then about 6 months later, we were still in the pandemic. Obviously, nobody knew that was going to carry on that long.
Yeah.
And so they had to let me go. And I was home and I was looking for jobs. And in my industry, and probably a lot of industries out there, not a lot of hiring goes on at the end of the year. And so I had to find something to keep myself busy.
I needed something for him to keep busy with. Hey, remember that YouTube idea? We should do that now.
So one of the things that pushed me was we did a video very early on that one of the first couple of videos had to do about our vegetables, but the one that kind of solidified it for me was, because we didn't grow up like this, everything that we learned about farming was pretty much found on YouTube.
Yep.
And the problem was that we had to research because it wasn't like a one-stop shop. Right. And so if you wanted to learn about pigs, you had to go to this person. If you wanted to find out about castration, it was over here on this one. If you wanted to figure out about cows, you went to turkeys or chicken. And so we had one of our cows, and we did a video about this, and it was titled, "How do you get a cow to its feet?" And this was one of the cows that we adored here on the farm, and everybody that's coming to visit our farm just to see what it's like. Clementine is her name. Everybody knows Clementine. The people that know Monica through Facebook found out that this cow fell down, and we had to figure out how to get this 800-pound animal to her feet
because she had just been wormed the day before.
Yeah, so we
couldn't just take her and process her. She had 14-day withdrawal time.
Yeah.
So we had to figure out how to keep her alive for 2 weeks. And so we had to hunt everywhere on YouTube, how to get a cow off their feet, how to make a cow stand, how to keep a cow alive. I was Googling how to keep a cow alive for 14 days. I had no idea what to do.
And one of the problems with a cow is if a cow lays on its side for too long, it'll actually suffocate. And so we had to figure out how to keep her upright.
Yeah.
And then go out three or four times a day to get her on her feet so that the blood would circulate. Because what we found was, much like yourself, if you're sitting there too long and your legs starts to go to sleep because you don't have good blood flow. Yep. Well, when we would get her to her feet, you could see that she was trying to put pressure, but she couldn't because there wasn't enough blood flow.
It's the atrophy process of just the weakening of that muscles and all that. And that's what happens. Their muscles start to deteriorate over time. And so we had to keep getting her up. And so we got her up and we videoed it. He videoed all of it. Wow. And of course, she got up on day 12. I kept telling her, I was like, I love you so much, Clementine. Could you just stay alive for a couple more days, honey, please? And I didn't want to have to take her to process. I really didn't. But I needed her to just stay alive so that if we had to take her to process, we could do it in a safe way for us. And I didn't want to have to just put her down and waste her life because I feel like every single animal that's here, when we take them to process or we process them here ourselves, their life has been worth it when we can deal with it, handle it, and they provide our family meat.
Yep.
Because they've provided that for us. And that is the reward of their amazing life and being able to love them as much as we have. So I wanted her to stay alive. Well, wouldn't you know it? She jumped up on day 12. Day 12, she walked out of the bindings and decided she was walking on her own.
Awesome.
And then 5 months later, I was on the phone with Erin from Bramble Hill because she was. I was watching the same cow drop a baby in the yard. So that was probably why she fell to the ground. She probably realized she was pregnant at that point and just fell out. But needless to say, I think that really, really solidified it for him that we should do videos like this so that people can have the options to find these things if they have that same problem, because we couldn't find the answers. So we think she actually injured her foot. She injured her leg and she wouldn't get up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we had similar with Winston. I know I was contacting you guys.
Yeah.
When we couldn't find a pig vet, and that was the same thing. We had literally just talked to you guys and wormed them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was within that withdrawal period. And even so, I still would have tried to call a vet,
Sure.
And I mean, I called so many of them, and that's my thing, is it's our responsibility to take care of them the whole time they're here. And I was watching all these YouTube videos and everything, and P.S. we ended up, figuring some things out and got everything up and running, and then he did fine. So yeah, good stuff. What kind of content can people expect to see on your channel? I know you've mentioned some of it, but some of it you haven't. So I thought that would be good to share with folks who are new here.
Yeah, I think that first of all of our content we try to make educational, but yet also entertaining. And entertaining can be whether it's just enjoyable to watch. Like we did the greenhouse video as of late, where we moved it down the road.
That was great.
The funny thing is, in my mind, I had envisioned 14 camera people out there to record like every angle, and then when I started putting the video together, I'm like,
he's like such a YouTube diva. He's like, I need everyone to get their cameras rolling. Get out here with your camera. I'm like, you need to settle down. Okay.
At least you have the camera people to do it. I don't.
Yeah, he's got his camera people. He's like, I need you on camera today. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, the good thing is we have a couple kids that are really, this going back to what we were saying earlier, is I didn't want the kids to be in front of the camera necessarily.
So now there are peasants and they take videos for us.
They are, yeah. But that's the thing is the great thing about it, and it's a lot like homeschooling. A lot of times when you first start homeschooling, you look at it and you say, this is what school looks like. But there is no better school than hands-on experience. And so that now they are learning, how to put videos together. And just last night I was helping the 11-year-old showing him how to basically put video together and how to add music to it and things like that. And, it's just like we were talking about last night on our live. Sometimes it's not really necessarily, when you're learning something, it's not something you may never use it, but it's just keeping your mind fresh and willing to learn something new. Because I've learned things. I think I can't remember who I was telling this to, but for example, the greenhouse, we moved that greenhouse like a bunch of Egyptians.
The pharaohs didn't do nothing. They sat inside and they were like, get it done.
Okay. Monica was the pharaoh. We were the Egyptians. But anyway, I learned how to roll things using pipes based upon something at work that happened when a rooftop unit popped off, and there was a hole underneath it. And how do you move a 2-ton piece of equipment? Well, you tip it up, you put pipes under it, and you roll it. And it really was just that simple. And so that's kind of the content that we try to give is educational, but it's anything that we do here on this channel. It's not necessarily just about cows or just about rabbits or just about canning. It's about life that we have. And that's basically what we're trying to share with people, because we didn't live like this. And we just want to show people that, hey, if you have a dream to go out and to live in the country, don't be terrified. of the fact that you've never done it before, but just know that the information is there. You just have to find somebody that knows it and try to reach out to them if you can, or just continue to watch their content or whatever it may be.
Yeah, we feel the same way. I mean, you know, Ryan used to work on farms. He's lived in rural areas. He knows a lot about cows and pigs and all that stuff, you know, and gardening. I knew nothing. But that's what he always says. I'm the researcher and he's the one who executes a lot of stuff. You know, I know that when we had to do some things with Winston, you know, I had to look up some stuff, figure things out. And then he turned around and he's like, all right, hold him, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, but all the things that we're doing. And I think that's what makes us a really great team, you know, is figuring that stuff out. But that's what we wanted to show too, was that we're on 2 tiny little acres, but it's amazing how much you can do if you're efficient with land. And if you learn what you're doing and you're smart about it. Can I have a cow? No, but that's okay. I can raise so much more. Like you taught us about the rabbits and we're seriously considering it, you know? So it's all good stuff.
And you may not be able to raise a cow, but you can certainly barter for one. That's where you talk to someone and say, hey, look, I'm interested in a half a cow and I've got pigs. So you want to swap some, you want to barter, you know, figure out what the pricing is and barter it out. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do that with the people that you come in contact with and know. And, you know, sometimes you have to drive in a couple hours to go get the food, but got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you answered a lot of these, so I'm not going to bore you with duplicates, but what are some things about the two of you that most people may not know that you'd be willing to share? I think you could think about it for a minute.
Monica's real hair color is not blonde.
The 5-year-old said the other day, hey, guys, come here. He lifts up my hair and goes, Mom's got black hair under here. Showing the other kids that my hair was brown underneath. And the kids were like, yeah, we know that. We know that. We know that, Ezekiel. Good job. I'm like,
okay, well, look at Eric.
I know. It is what it is.
Okay, on that note, why does Eric have maggots in his beard?
We don't know.
Like, how does that happen, Eric?
We still don't know this answer.
I mean, Eric, you look like a clean, well-groomed guy. So, like, it's not like you're rotting. It's not like your self-care is bad.
Okay, wow.
No, I'm being honest. You're a very well-groomed
She's been waiting
gentleman.
to ask for like weeks now.
It happens, Ryan said.
What is it?
That happens.
He had to excuse himself for a minute, but he goes like this. He goes, it happens.
It happens. You get maggots. It's just, yeah.
You know, like I said in our live, it was a long day. I don't remember what we were doing, but Saturdays, because of my traveling, it was on a Saturday.
Oh my God.
We do a lot of.
It's an unsolved mystery. Yeah.
Oh, there's
Abigail's here.
That's one of my camera people right there.
Yeah. She should have been out there figuring out. If you would have had the proper camera people, we would have seen it happen.
In all seriousness, Eric, I was trying to actually save you from that whole thing because seriously, you're a clean, neat guy. I don't know how that's even possible. Leaned over into something on the farm.
Yeah, I mean, look, it weirded me out too. I'm gonna be real honest, you know, when I saw it, but
Sure.
I was so exhausted. I was just like, what? Man, you know, but
I can't believe he waited until we were live to tell me though, because I literally had no idea. Like that was for real, genuine me finding out right then and there. And I'm like, seriously?
I forgot.
What? What did you forget?
About the maggot.
You forgot about it. Oh, until the live.
It was something.
Well, Eric, we love you.
Oh
You
my
know how sometimes you're doing something and then it reminds you of something that happened in the past. Well, this was just like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And it sparked something in my brain, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I should probably tell everybody that's watching about this maggot. That would be fun.
Well, I'll tell you something you don't know about. So here's some down and dirty. Well, Eric and I, when we first got married, we were young. In some Egyptian languages, Eric translates into maggot beard. That's Alicia. She's so wise. I could hear her coming up with that story too and like getting ready to tell it. So when we first got married, so we have 8 kids. When we first got married, we were 18 and 19. And well, first of all, he didn't even want to marry me at first. He didn't even want to be my boyfriend for a while. So I had to like talk him into it basically.
Wait, are we airing dirty laundry here?
But then when we first got married, I was like, oh, this is what we're going to, the life we're going to live. Married people, they start talking about their future and stuff. He made it very clear he didn't want to have no kids. He was like, I don't really want kids. So I was like, okay. Because I knew I always wanted to be a mom. I always wanted to teach, just be a mom. That was like my thing. I just wanted to be a teacher and a mom. And so we got married, and here we are, married 1 year, married 2 years. And by the time we were married for 2 years or so, we had our second or third Christmas, and we were sitting there looking at each other, and he's like, this is really boring. Christmas is boring. Maybe you want to try to have kids? I was like, yeah, let's do that. So.
Not right then.
No.
Don't be giving too much information.
Needless to say, he said, okay, we should have 4 kids. And I was like, we should have 3 kids. And so we compromised and had 8 kids. That's where it ended up. Somewhere just compromise and 8 kids, So, but we have 1 official Texan. All the rest of them were born in Maryland. So.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We both froze up for a minute. I don't know if you noticed that, but thanks for the folks in the chat for hanging on. Weird. It's the first time I've had anything with StreamYard where it just like we were spinning for a second there.
Oh yeah.
One thing about Monica too, I don't know if this is really dirty.
Oh.
No, I know it's not dirty. It's definitely not dirty. No, just something to say. Something about Monica that people, if they knew her in person, they would know this, that she is a very giving person.
Mm-hmm.
And so nice.
One thing too, as I say this and everybody can watch, she hates to be complimented. So you can kind of see the disgust in her face as I begin to compliment her. Okay, so you guys can watch because I'm not going to look at her, but just watch her face. How many times she'll do this like frowny face to try to not smile because she doesn't like to be recognized for anything.
Oh my gosh!
But she is a very hardworking person.
Yeah,
and she is a giver, and she is so much of a giver that she will work herself to exhaustion to try to help other people, and that can be difficult at times because of the fact that you run yourself into the ground. And so, but that's her personality, even when she's not feeling well, or, just like when she got knocked over by one of our cows and
that's because the kid wasn't the camera person. That's what I get for being a camera person. That was the last time I volunteered to camera.
It wasn't a good opportunity for me to fire her. So I waited for a couple weeks. But no, she got knocked down really hard, and we never went to the doctor. But she probably broke her tailbone. That's how bad she was.
Oh my God.
Hurting.
It hurts.
But
it still hurts. That was June.
Red face and all. She was still willing to shoot the video, and come back inside, and then she probably helped somebody make lunch or clean the house. She probably did 10 things before she actually went to sit down or lay down or something. So
see, it looks like that's a pretty common thing. Look at all these men and women seeing that good pairs. See, this is a great place to find like-minded people that work in pairs that do this together. That's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
One other thing that a lot of people always ask us about, because we have 8 kids, they always wonder if we're like a blended family or something like that. But all eight kids are ours.
Yeah. 24 years married. Oldest is 21. When we got married so young, people were like, shotgun. I mean, they were just waiting for us to, we get knocked down and get up again. See, that's me. Now I'm going to be seeing that, Alicia.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
The song will be in our head all day.
So I think you answered most of them. I do want to ask you what plans you have for expanding your ranch, if any, as well as the future of your YouTube channel that you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, so the growth of our the growth that we typically go through is more for the cattle. We're always looking for lease land. You know, one of the things that we try to do is we try to partner with folks that typically have large lots of land that they're looking for agricultural tax exemption. And it's different, obviously, in different states. But what we do is we partner with people that they want the tax exemption, but they don't want to deal with the cattle. And so that's how we expand our operation. Unfortunately, this year we lost 2 of our 4 areas that we run cattle on. However, we got 1 back in return, which is a newer one for us, that in total, it's about the same as both of those 2 that we lost. So it's worked out. And, you know, so when we look at expansion, that's usually what it's involving, because most of the other animals are small enough to, you know, if we want to expand on rabbits, then we can do that in the barn, which is where we keep them out of the sun and in the shade.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the birds, you know, like the quail and stuff like that. So there'll be videos about that, I'm sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Before we get to the question on the screen, Monica, you have all the questions. I think you've answered them all, but if there was any that were really important to you to respond to, I wanted to give you a chance to do that.
I think the only thing I would say is that one of the things you asked, you were going to say, what have you learned along the YouTube journey that you would share with others just starting out?
Yep.
Never be afraid to ask questions
True.
of other channels. If you, or as a new YouTube channel, you know, or doing anything at all in YouTube, just don't be afraid to ask for help from other channels. Look, if there's a channel that you reach out to and they're not willing to help you, fine, let it go. Just bless and release, move on. Because for every person that's not willing to answer you or respond to you or give you the time of day, there's going to be 10 times that amount that are willing to say, yeah, hold on, let me help you. Let me show you. Let me connect with you in some way and be a part of your journey to help you, because there are probably more people that are willing to help out on YouTube than there are that are not. And so don't be afraid to ask and reach out.
And I find it would be the oddity that someone in the YouTube community wouldn't help. But I think like all communities, you know, we have those struggles. So I just wanted to say, hey, some folks came in, Castle Hives came in. Hey, Brian. Hey, everybody. I'm going to get to you guys in just a second. We just want to finish the interview. If you guys have questions, just type Q and then type the questions in the chat, and we'll make sure that we get them answered. So let's start with Celtic Roots Farms question, if that's all right.
Do your friends or family give any pushback with getting a home?
Yeah, when we were in Maryland and we told our family that we were moving to Texas, that was one thing. But when we told them that we were buying 10 acres, and we didn't really necessarily use the terminology of homesteading, but when we said we were buying 10 acres, they were asking, well, what are you going to do with 10 acres? And we said, well, I guess we'll put cows on it or something. And then they would return fire immediately by asking, well, what do you know about cows? And I said, I don't know anything, but we can certainly learn about it. And so, you know, that's kind of how a lot of that started too, through Facebook. Monica would do these Facebook Lives to show our family back in Maryland what we were doing and why we were kind of doing those things. So it was kind of like, I guess, the intro to doing YouTube.
Our channel. Yeah, I started doing Facebook Live as soon as they started coming out. So I guess it was 2018 or 19, at the end of 18 maybe. We created a ranch page on Facebook so that I could kind of keep our family in the loop and our friends. And they kept saying, oh my gosh, you need a show or something. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I said, well, I'll just do some videos and send you guys videos over Facebook. And so then I started going live, and I had people joke with me, oh, there she is going live again. And honestly, it was fun because I was able to show my people back in Maryland what we were doing, because they just thought it was crazy. They were like, what? That's crazy. You have cows? That's crazy. You have pigs? And I'm like, I know. Because we grew up in the suburbs. We grew up in a small community. It wasn't a big community. And we sure enough didn't have land for animals like this. So, and to answer your question, Alicia, you are. Country mama, you are. our favorite pink-haired weirdo in this whole entire community.
I thought she had purple hair.
No, it's like a pinky purple. She did it up the other day, like 2 lives in a row. She did it for her coffee chats. Oh my goodness, she's been on point. Just saying.
Oh, she has.
She's been
I
doing
like the
it
way
up.
on Monday when she did the PJ party, she turned around and she said, I'm not going to go live Wednesday because we're not going to have anything to talk about. And then we talked her into going live. She went live Wednesday and I'm at work and I have it running while I'm running to meetings. I leave it in my office
Yeah.
and I come back out and I'm like, 3 hours, she's still going.
I turned her on when I was getting my kids ready for gymnastics. And so I usually just, if I see her come up live, if I see somebody, I'll like post them in my phone or whatever. And I'll just post them sitting somewhere in my bathroom and I'll just run around and check on it. Hi. And then cause I have like a big area where we get ready at the sinks and stuff. And so it's like a big walk-in area. And so I'll sit them right there and then I'll walk in and out. The kids will walk in and brush their teeth, getting everything ready in the morning, getting themselves ready for gymnastics. And they're like, oh, there's somebody on live. And I'm like, yeah, just leave my phone alone. And I just let it run. Might as well. So, yeah.
Does anybody else in the chat have any questions for Eric and Monica before we open it up to everybody? Give everybody a chance. We really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, no problem. It's always good to get the word out. And I know that, we were talking and you think that everybody knows who you are, but I was in a chat today where people didn't know who I was, but it was wild that I knew who they were. And tonight, Earl from the Reef Robber was in here and he was saying he's, picking up all these channels and it's like, you just never know who's going to come in and see you guys. So
Yeah, Project with Paul is on.
Yeah.
Money Pit Homestead real quick. I want to say this.
That's
Money
awesome.
Pit is 6 away from 1K. So everybody make sure we support them.
That's awesome.
Nobody knows who Crazy Ed is. Crazy Ed. And I'm looking real quick. Just
Project
want
with Paul came in.
I
Yep,
think
Project with Paul
Casey said, what's y'all's favorite animals to raise?
there it is.
Yeah, I think my favorite are probably, I like the pigs, but I also like the turkeys and stuff now too. I like the poultry. That's easy for me. Like I like them, except for, sometimes it's just a little more extra, but the pigs are so much fun. I could just sit in there and just chill with them. When are we going to Iowa, Eric? When are we going to Iowa?
Well, I was going to say real quick that my favorite animal to raise is the cattle. To me, that's so relaxing, to be able to come home from work and just watch them graze or, just go out and stand among them. And sometimes they'll come up to you just to investigate. But the pigs are fun.
Pigs are fun.
I thought she was going to say chickens or something like that. And
pigs are so personable. They have such personality. And when I go into the pig pen, I'll just call everybody over to me. And I've got my, big Mama June, and then I've got little Peter over there running around, and he's not even little anymore. He's like this big fat pig now. And I just, to be able to put your hand right up to their muzzle and have them just know you. And there's something so amazing about that. I love pigs. So
Maggie and Winston, I remember when we first got them, they were so skittish, wouldn't come near us. They were in a pasture or pen with 15.
Yeah, at least
15 other pigs. They had a very tiny shelter and it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was a bad place, but it's just that they had a very tiny shelter. They were outside in the cold. It was January. And we brought them home and they didn't want anything to do with us. Not like the Cooney pigs.
Yeah.
And then it was funny. We used to go in the pen and talk to them and all that stuff. And it was really funny. One day Maggie came over and she's trying to eat my shoe, and then, you really build a relationship with them. But the Cooney pigs, oh my gosh, they're like having bulldogs.
Yeah.
How about Country Mama's question?
When are we going? We'll have to figure that one out.
like I said,
I already took one trip this year, so I don't know if I can get away again. I went to South Carolina for almost 2 weeks, so I don't know if I can get away again soon.
Well, so as I said earlier, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of reality TV shows, and one of the shows that I do like to watch for educational purposes is what is it called, the Homestead Rescue. And I'd love to do that. I'd love to go around and help people. And so if Alicia needs our help up there,
She don't need our help. She just wants a visit.
I know, but it would make me feel better if she was like, I need his help.
Get a project.
I need help.
Get a project.
See, there you go.
I need help. I got a project.
There you go.
I was all excited that I don't remember what live we were on or something. You said something about when are you going to bring cows up here? And I was like,
let's go.
We're going to South Dakota? I will sell my cows anywhere I got to go.
Okay. I need a cow.
No.
Ryan's like, where are we putting it?
No, a butchered cow.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. Okay.
It's got to work for us,
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have fencing. We're not prepared for a cow. Right
All
now.
I'm going to tell you is if you go to Iowa, you have no choice. You have to come here.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never been to Iowa. And I'm looking up because we have a map up here
over top.
But I've never been to Iowa or Minnesota, Wisconsin,
South Dakota, North Dakota, any of them. So that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Michigan. See, when are we going to Michigan? We can just do a tour.
Yeah.
Well, if you lose your job soon, we
Coming
can
to
just take a ride.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I lose my job due to unmentionable circumstances right now, then I will be for hire.
You can just start going. Vision Acres wants to know what the status of the maggot merch is. Oh, yay, Money Pit, yay. Money Pit Homestead reached 1,000. That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And before you answer that,
Yes.
Wicked Awesome Gardening is 140 away from 1K. And I want to make sure that
That's so cool.
I'm trying to scroll back. I'm just going to put up her comment here. That way you see her channel.
There you go.
I think
Danny at Wicked Awesome Gardening. She's a good friend of ours.
Subscribed.
Where do you all sit, Lisa? Your subscriptions.
Hey everybody, it's Danny.
We are,
We're just a little over 500.
yeah, I think we're at 514, 513.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Where are you guys sitting right now? So we can let everybody know.
I think we're at 391 right now.
Woohoo! That's
396.
Oh,
We're
396.
4 away from 400.
Let's get
Whoa.
them to 400.
Get them to 400.
That'd be so good.
If
I just resubscribed to Wicked Awesome because I was pretty sure we already subscribed to her. And I think we've lost a couple subscriptions because even last night, a few of the people that were in there that I know we subscribed to because we've seen them, we watch them. And I went and I was like, we're not subscribed to this one. Why are we not subscribed? So yeah.
Yeah, I was, I think, up to about the day that we hit 500, I was trying not to say anything because you know how it goes. You hit it and you go down. And I think we got about 20 subscribers overnight. So I was like, oh, they're all gone. Right. So we finally hit it. And I told him, I said, we're at like 507. And the next morning I was like, we're still at 503.
That's what we do after Tim's or something. We'll see people come in. We're like, we're doing so good. And then the next day we're down like 10. Oh,
yeah. I noticed it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
If I can get past 24 hours after when we get them, they seem to stick. So you know, usually like you're on Tim's live, right? So I wait till the next night, and it was funny. I wanted to text a friend of mine, and she beat me to it and commented on a video and was like, congrats on 500. And I'm like, I was going to text you, but I was waiting to make sure it stuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyone going to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia?
I wish we could.
I wish we could, but we can't. I bet it's awesome.
I know. That'd be amazing.
That's kind of the problem when you have a homestead. Like when you truly have a real homestead, it is very, very difficult. When Monica abandoned me for 2 weeks when she went to the beach and left me behind,
and took 6 children with me, I abandoned him.
Which is all my labor.
6
by the
children.
way.
This is all my labor.
I took his camera people, is what I did.
You took everything from me.
I took the YouTube Divas camera people, is what I did.
Anyway, but yeah, you know, and the thing was that she went obviously you go to the beach at summertime. And
Wow.
Yeah.
And the problem was that Luke and my 19-year-old, we were both out. We basically come home from work and then had to go straight to the garden. And then we were basically feeding animals and watering at nighttime, like when it was dark.
Yep.
But it's tough to get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of YouTube, though, is to be able to make these types of connections and finding people that you can talk with that you don't necessarily have to go somewhere. I think to me that, in the industry that I'm in, and everybody started doing these virtual meetings and stuff through Zoom and Skype and all this stuff. And you can find out how truly you can maximize your time, obviously, if you can just jump on and see somebody face to face.
Yeah, see Vision Acres right there.
What?
He said the problem is you took you away. We won't admit it, but we need our better half more than we admit.
Oh, look, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm still like a little high school kid, man. When my wife is gone, I'm like day 3. I'm like, when are you coming back home? You were asking earlier. That's the thing with me. I'm a very, I guess some way people have described me as being stoic or militaristic or very straightforward type of person. And, the thing is that what most people don't know is no matter how hard of a person I am, and because sometimes I am hard on my kids, raising them, teaching them how to work hard. This young lady right to my right is, or on the left, I guess, on the screen, but she melts my heart every morning that I wake up. I get to see her.
You're so sweet. Even though I'm laying here sleeping like this next to him.
There's this pattern in the chat going on about I'm at this amount of subs, but I'm identifying as close to 1K. I've been identifying as close to 1K since I got 1 sub.
That's great. That's super.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
Well, thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
We're really glad you came on tonight. Yeah. So thank you very much. We really appreciate you so much. And we're going to open it up to everybody if that's all, and you're welcome to stay up here, of course, if you want, or if you've had enough of being in the spotlight, jump on down. Your call.
It's up to you. Do whatever.
Oh, I'm making decisions.
You can make the decisions.
Well, we'll wait until we'll see who pops up here. And then,
see, look.
We can scoot out once other people jump in, and that way gives them some other opportunity.
Mike from Vision Acres says, I can't find a cup in this house without you, Mrs. Vision Acres. So sweet. Crazy as an Eric, you're a diva.
Eric.
I feel like that was like dirty laundry was being, forget it.
It was down and dirty on the ranch. All the dirty laundry.
Getting your jammies. It's PJ after party.
Well, we were
I'm already in my jammies.
We were talking about this the other day, but I mean, does that mean I got to take my shirt off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on the live.
Not on the live. All right, guys, I'm going to post the link again in the chat. Come on up. You know the drill. Oh, Abigail Bland said something to you. Hang
Only
on.
2 more to 400. That's fun.
Wow.
If anybody's in this chat, come on, let's get them to 400. Share it.
Oh, can I do a shameless plug real quick?
Oh my.
Oh, yes, please do.
Sure.
Don't forget there's a 400 subscription giveaway. So if you recommend somebody, make them leave your name in the comments, and then there's a prize for the pair of you. If Monica can get to the mailbox.
I will get to the mailbox. I'm going to the mailbox on Monday, the post office, with a bunch of mail.
Vision makers, I'm waiting. They're at $3.98. Thanks, Mennonite Farmhouse. Man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you all so much.
Let's get them there.
Can I get a toot?
Like and subscribe too.
Yeah, they need to like, subscribe, watch,
and
stuff,
comment.
everything.
Yeah.
Look.
I'll put Lisa's name. There you go. Do it.
Well, yeah, we gotta be careful. That's why I was saying that if Abigail's in here, she's gonna be that one that unsubscribes at $3.99 just so she can get to that 400 mark.
Our smart daughter.
Abigail, you need to create a new account. Yeah, go ahead. Ryan's gonna. You want to say goodnight to everybody? Or are you coming back? Probably not.
I'll
right?
probably be back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just
Good.
have to use the.
He's had a long week, so I'm not giving him a hard time. Yo, yo, yo.
What's
Hello.
going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Monica. Hey, Eric.
Mike wants the 400 spot. Hey.
Yes, I did, Danny. I am waiting for mine. I have not gotten notification yet. I keep looking.
So exciting.
So, Lisa, did you get your,
Yes, I did, Danny. I am waiting for mine. I have not gotten notification yet. I keep looking.
So exciting.
Where am I?
leave it to Elisa?
Excuse me.
So exciting.
Where am
I
Wait,
think you
what?
guys made it. Excuse me.
Are we really?
This is a monumental moment. This happened on your live, Lisa.
Yes.
We are. We're at 400 right
Yep.
there.
Does somebody have the TV running? You may have to mute it. YouTube. Is it you, Alicia? Scott was pointing at you.
Oh my
That's what I said. Leave it to Elisa.
Wait 1 minute.
You guys excited?
Very much
that's
so.
exciting. So I think it might have been Hilltop Gardens.
You might have somebody trolling in here.
You have a troll.
Oh,
Moderators,
special.
handle that.
I know that
Okay.
guy.
Kick them out.
I can read exactly what
I'm
he said.
sorry. I'm sorry. Moderators, handle it.
I know that guy.
Somebody.
Sorry, Cal. Sorry.
Hey, somebody, if you're in the tab, you need to go back to the YouTube tab,
I
and
blocked
them.
hit mute.
Or just close it out.
Yeah, because that's where the backbeat is coming from.
Lisa's laughing at her own laugh.
It started when the PJ lady came in.
It started when country mama Alicia.
What'd I do now?
She was so focused on her pink hair.
Alicia was like, I'm living my best life. I got my big old cup. I'm in my PJs. I
I
don't care
like
what's
Scott. He
happening.
I don't care if that Chinese leader comes in. I got my big mug.
Scott,
Hey,
Scott
you
was
think-
just sitting there and he went like this.
And I still
Hey,
got
do you
the
think-
fireball nip
Do you
from the
think
other
that was
day.
really him?
Do you
yeah.
think it was really
Yeah.
him?
He's got nothing better
Oh.
to do.
Absolutely, it was him.
Thanks, Anita.
So,
So what do you guys think
did
of the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
you get your shirt from E3 yet?
Not yet.
Well, there's a reason
Not
why
yet.
you got. There's a reason why you got a shirt.
Why?
I've already got one.
Well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
I'm sitting there. I told them to take me off the wheel. I told them not to even put me on the wheel. And
I saw that.
the darn thing just kept pulling my name. I'm like, okay. And I'm texting Chris. I'm like, get me off the wheel. So, yeah. So whenever I can cross the border again, I'll start up my U.S. post office box and they can send it to me because I refuse to let them send me anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
This shirt, they paid $40 to get that shirt to me, and I don't understand why. They got holes.
That's crazy. Hey, Casey.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
hey.
Oh, he's got a drink. He's got a drink too.
Oh,
What you
I
drinking,
I
Casey?
ain't hiding mine.
no,
what you
no,
drinking?
Mama.
Kool-Aid.
I want to take a minute to go to the chat because while we were doing the interview, I didn't get a chance to say hi to a bunch of people. So, and I know some of them are probably like, how rude. But we were doing an interview. We were all business.
Yeah.
Hi,
So
Danny.
we got Tina Ladybug, Freddie at Farman HVAC, Blue Collar, obviously I said hello to earlier. Rochelle was here from Brampton Gardner. I said goodnight to her. Chris's Clever Craft is here. Adventures on the Homestead, DB Acres, Gagne Farms, Car's Car, Leanne at the Mennonite Farmhouse. Behave yourself, Alicia.
I'm sorry. Casey went like this to stretch or show off his shirt and it froze. And he's like, Arnold. He's like,
Did I freeze?
you
I'm trying to
froze.
stretch it out,
You
like,
froze
big boy
like
over
in
here
this
stretching.
perpetual flex.
Ah.
And it made me, yes. And it made me giggle.
And Local Life Outdoors is here. Melody at Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. Let's see. We know Simply Jan and they're with Mrs. Vision Acres. There's a whole bunch of people in here tonight. It's crazy. Abigail Bland is still here. I wonder if she
Yay.
unsub to me. Abigail, did you unsub to me?
Did you sub Lisa? Did you sub Miss Lisa?
Local Life Outdoors. I mean, Money Pit was here. There's a ton of people here tonight, and I was watching your names go up, and I felt so
Yay.
bad. Pastime 84. The mods have been doing a great job, but thank you. What'd you guys think of the interview format?
It was great.
Yeah?
Fun.
Round of applause.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I've been booking people for I'm booking people into October. Thank you. Because I think it's really neat to learn about people, not just have them on. And I like to add the last part of it so we can still have our fun. So for those of you who haven't been on, just message me on Instagram if you're interested. And I'm trying to line people up for dates. I believe I have Mon's Family Homestead and I have Hilltop. I don't want to screw the name up. She was in
Hilltop
here earlier.
Gardens. They're in here.
Yes. Hilltop Gardens is going to be coming on. And I've got a bunch of other channels set up. So if you guys are interested, just give me a holler. And yes, Blue Collar, you're on it as well. I'm going to email you. I'm going to message you a date, just so you know.
Ooh, sign me up.
And just
Instagram,
to
message
answer
me,
Raquel.
girl. I'll put you in my
Will do.
book.
Just to answer Raquel, no, it did not come in a box. It was actually a bag. So I don't understand. Like Casey and Brandon and Mike from Fowler Family Farm, they've all sent me shirts, and it cost at the most $16. Chris
Really?
paid 40. Yeah, Chris paid 40. I just told him, like, you're nuts. I appreciate it. And he wouldn't take a dime, but it's just not
That's
right.
crazy. Because I know Erin at Bramble Hill, she mailed me. I mean, obviously, she mailed me the preserves, and I didn't look at what it cost. And I just sent envelopes. Obviously, I didn't send a parcel, which is where the problem is. And I've even sent stuff to Daz, and it was not a parcel, it was an envelope. And Daz was blown away at how cheap it was.
Well, you've seen the big bottle of syrup that I'm going to be giving away
Yep.
whenever I hit 400. Well, it's like a 40-ouncer bottle, and I've mailed it to the south end of Florida, and Mike, pretty much at the Louisiana, Oklahoma border. I've mailed them syrup that size, and at the very most, it was 36 Canadian. So,
Wow.
yeah, so it cost him more to ship a really beautiful, nice feeling shirt that's maybe quarter of the weight of the bottle
Wow.
of syrup. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's ridiculous. It's cheaper for me to mail anything down to you guys than what it would be to mail a province over to Raquel.
Yeah. I know one of the things with my merch company, I know that they said they would ship from the US and they would also, I think, ship from the UK. And that was one of the things I thought, because I figured, for our friends in Australia,
yeah,
it might be cheaper to ship from the UK. So
where are you at?
Teespring.
Mhm.
And so I chose Teespring, and the reason why I chose it quite simply is Ruben the Bulldog is a channel that I've loved since I was in North Carolina, and he had Teespring, and I bought a sweatshirt and I was happy with the quality, and it's lasted for years. So that's why I kind of went to Teespring, and it was easy because I was able to just, do it all myself, as you can tell. But
You're too serious over there. Knock it off. Lighten up.
who?
Casey.
Oh.
He's all so focused on something. He's like, you smile. And if you're gonna drink Kool-Aid out of a wine glass, you gotta get the pinky up. See, he's all confused and serious. Laugh. Come on. Look, he's all serious. There you go.
Show me your mug.
Did you see
Show me your
behind
mug.
Danny's shoulder?
Oh, was the puppy?
It was
there?
Mia.
Mia, come here.
She was. Look at it. Casey's still serious.
Yes.
He still looks confused.
No, she said,
You're
"We
live,
just ate
Casey.
Pizza. Why
I'm
did I not
confused.
have-"
I can't hear anybody. Yeah?
Oh,
No wonder why you're confused.
I
I'd be
stay
confused, too.
confused. It's okay.
Do you want to jump down and jump back up?
Yeah, let me try to do that. Oh, I have to figure out how to do that first.
Okay, I'll put the comment for you. Oh,
Now
gosh.
she's just gonna lay on my back here because that's what she do.
Thanks,
That's
Blue
hilarious.
Collar. Gagne Farms asked, how do you do Teespring with less than 10,000 subs?
You can have one sub and do Teespring.
You can. I chose not to put the logo on my shirt because I thought it was a little risque, so to speak, because I'm not going through the partner program. So you have to be very careful with the logos that you use. So I chose
Really?
just to put the farm. When you go through the 1K and you can go through the YouTube partnership program, then you can use the logos, no problem, is my understanding. Don't hold me to it. But a lot of people put the little red YouTube logo on their merchandise, but technically you have to be very careful. It's sort of like the stuff we use in our videos. I make sure it's all unlicensed, no copyright, and all that stuff. So if I put it on my sweatshirt, I'd be taking somebody's word for it, and it was just a bit much because I didn't want to have a fiasco.
Yeah, because I'm starting to think about merch and like where to go, how to do all of that.
So I've
Yep.
searched it for the last 3 months, and it is a colossal.
It was really easy for me.
Especially, well,
I did all of it.
exactly. But
Vista Press
I've
been a
searched
really good
Canada,
run.
I've searched US. I found one company that was really good. They have 3 plants in the US. They have 2 plants in Canada. They have a plant in London and 2 in Australia. And I thought, this is wonderful. Like, that's got everybody covered. But then what they didn't tell me is I had to set up a website. I had to get an online store, and I had to do that. And I'm like, this is going to cost me $1,000, and I'm going to get nothing out of it. So I am going with Bonfire, and I should be up by Sunday.
Nice.
Bonfire's good.
Woohoo!
So
Casey's back.
yeah, but can he hear us? Oh, he's dancing. He
I
can
think
hear
we
us.
can.
I can hear now, so it's good.
Yeah, I was going to pick Bonfire, but again, I didn't have any experience with them. I know Tim at Ridge Life used them, and I know a lot of other places have. And I figure we could always go to it. You know what I mean? So I went with Teespring because I was able to do it on the computer. In fact, the logo we just changed, and you see how this sweatshirt has a big square or rectangle, I should say. I just had somebody do me a favor and cut it into a circle because I had concerns about the wear of this area. But I have to tell you, I've pulled it to see if it would pull apart.
Yeah, the quality seems pretty
And
good.
it hasn't. And that was my concern. But, I just figured for the future, I'm going to try to move forward with just the circular logo to give me a little more versatility for like on the bucket hats on the front. So
On Bonfire, there's a feature that you just press eliminate background. It gives you two different choices
mhm.
of removing that square, so you don't even have to do it. They do it right away, and you just put your
Yep.
logo right on the shirt.
Cool. Yeah, I tried to do that with Teespring and it was the same thing, but for some reason I think this was here and it wouldn't remove. So that's why I sent it to somebody to just make the circular, because I have, that's one area I don't have the software. So
Lisa,
Okay,
send
you
me
want-
the logo and I'll PNG it.
I had someone PNG it, but thank you so much, Casey. Yeah,
Fiverr
someone
is
did it
great.
this last weekend for me. Ryan didn't know that either.
No.
That was a nice offer, though.
What's the terminology you're using?
PNG.
Short for?
I don't know.
Oh.
Make it so
Like
that you can use
background?
it.
Let's put it this way: PNG is a higher
Oh, it's
pixel
it's-
versus
okay,
an M
Okay,
base.
like,
No.
it's like a JPEG.
Yeah, but it's a higher
But a
pixel,
higher.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
And no background. And no background.
Okay.
Awesome.
I just had Brandon do that for me last Saturday because the people that I ordered my last logos from took my money and totally
Yeah.
outed me of $100 US for the logos. I
gosh.
couldn't use them. Yeah, they were garbage.
See, that's why I use Fiverr for just about everything.
What is it?
So
Fiverr.com.
Fiverr, the best ever.
is it?
Yes, so cheap.
Cheap
My
and
logo
good.
cost me, like, including the tip I gave them of like $7, it cost me $17. And
Could you
wow.
explain more?
Fiverr is like a freelancer's website. It's FIVERR.com. So Fiverr with an
At least
extra
I got
R. The little like outro on my videos, the little animated thing, that cost me less than $20.
That's what.
My logo cost me like less than 10, and it was done same day. They designed it. They like from what I I said, hey, this is kind of what I want. They designed it, made an edit, and within 24, 36 hours, I had my logo, and I was really happy with it. And they gave it to me in like 5 different formats. A PNG, one with a transparent background, one without. It was really great.
Well,
So
to
what's the name of
piggyback
that
on
again?
that, I love Fiverr. We actually used it when our family shot our reality show, and we paid $10 for our promo picture, and they took the green screen and created what is on our Instagram for $10. So I swear by Fiverr. I do everything on Fiverr.
Okay. Good to know.
That's awesome. Yeah, good to know. I use Canva a lot. I've used some other stuff. I don't necessarily know the name. I kind of Google it. But we're all learning, right? How many of you knew this stuff when you started? Not me.
Nothing.
I remember
A year
I will
ago,
give you
I never would have thought to start a YouTube channel. Never would have thought.
I'll give you a funny story. I think it's funny. Ryan may have nightmares about it, but Ryan bought me the MacBook. I've always wanted a MacBook. I always had, regular laptops, Windows laptops and everything. Long story short, he buys me the Mac top, and, here I am, Miss Apple iPhone, thinking, oh yeah, I got this, right? I'm trying to post a video and I'm in tears. I can't get it to work. It won't work right. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because I'm such an Apple product girl. And we're sitting here and I'm like, he's sitting there going, what's the matter? I'm like, it's midnight. I can't get the video to work. And so then the next day I'm going through it again. I ended up having to drive an hour to Rapid City to get the adapter to get the SD card. And then we were going through that and everything. And it was just so funny. And now it's like piece cake. So it's crazy.
I still want to hear. I want to hear Eric's ideas for my logo. He's going to help me someday. Wink, wink, wink.
Well, you know, the idea that
Was it this?
Well, the idea that I originally had was I don't even really remember what it was, but it was well, it became a better idea when Abigail, so our daughter that you've seen kind of posting comments in here, she was doing something in what is that? Where they Snapchat.
Oh, she was in Snapchat.
With one of the filters, and the filter was what would you call that? It like the older style, almost like that the paintings that you use as you intro into your videos.
Hilda, the pinup girl.
Hilda, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Abigail what it is. But at any rate, what I was envisioning was taking a picture of your face, kind of at a certain angle, like that, but on that filter, and it almost replicated the lady that's in all those paintings.
Oh,
So
Wow.
I don't know if you want to dress like she dresses.
I have pictures of me done in pinup.
No, I don't even know about that. I don't know if this is like after hour party or I don't know what this
Okay,
is. but-
I have a really great picture.
No, we don't need to know.
I have a
I know
really
you want to tell us, but
We need to know. Need to know.
Wait.
La 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 la.
I have a really great picture when I was dressing pinup because I used to dress up pinup every day. And my son did it as almost like a caricature outline kind of a thing. And I'm going to say this as delicately as I can. I looked like Aretha Franklin. And so that wasn't going to work. This mug's not going to work. I have to do something else. My nose is too broad. And I got this double chin thing going on. And I mean, you might as well just
honey.
put a picture of Jabba the Hutt up there.
oh, settle down.
Yeah,
Settle down.
Stop it.
Thank you.
I
you.
got a
There you
cramp
go.
in my foot. I will be right back.
Vintage. There you go. There's Abigail to the rescue. Vintage poster filter.
And I'm
Oh,
telling
fun.
you, somebody like Abigail, she's very, very good at taking pictures. And I don't know if there's
So we
a
have
way-
to make a trip to Iowa now and have Abigail take your
Photo
pictures.
Photo shoot.
There you go. I like it. Thank
It's
you,
a lot.
I
Abigail.
still want
Appreciate
to. I want to finish painting my barn quilt on an extension ladder and going through the extension ladder like Hilda does. And she's got that flour sack that she's turned into bikini bottoms, and it says flour across her butt. I want to do one of those, but it would be like, welcome to Iowa. Now go home, because it would just be so big. And
Go home. Leave us alone. We're good.
look at Casey.
I'm sorry,
I'll
you're cracking
come
me up. I'm just enjoying listening, crying.
Crying. What?
Casey, are you in your trailer? RV?
I am. Yes.
I can
106 square foot of hot right now.
Yeah, I watched the video of you explaining where you were.
I'm ready to move.
So just out of curiosity, where are you? What state are you guys in now? Where are you trying to move to?
We're Georgia, so we're in
Okay.
Tucker, and we're looking Tucker, South Carolina, like northeast.
Okay,
So
nice.
we're in the like city, like Atlanta area, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hot down there.
It sounds like a
I
good country
love
song.
that area.
He's drinking Kool-Aid out of his wine glass in Tucker, Georgia.
Right?
Looking to move on down the road.
It's plastic too, so I'm even more country song with the plastic.
There you go.
I'm not bougie with glass tonight.
You got the bougie.
Casey, I wasn't subscribed to you. I went and go fix that.
Thank you.
I've had to
I
resubscribe
think
to
I
three
am,
support
but if
people
not, I
this
will.
week. I keep
YouTube
getting
is the
kicked out.
worst for unsubscribing people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, when you subscribe, you got to go watch at least like 2 videos, thumbs up, comments, or else it'll take it away.
They're the mean girl of social media.
They are.
I have to tell you, I don't even find, I'm talking about the channels I watch all the time full video, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Removed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to answer
Yep.
Mrs. Vision Acres. A barn quilt is a quilt pattern that you paint. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a barn, but mine is on a barn. So if you want to, go check it out. I just did a little update. But I have a 1902 corn crib that has withstood 2 tornadoes, and to celebrate its tenacity, I had a contest for people to submit barn quilt patterns, which are just basically quilting patterns, geometrical ones, and one was selected, and I'm actually painting it on the barn. And I'm to the point now where I've got the tippy top ones to do, the tippy top little squares, and it's too tall for me, so Papa Jim is helping me. But now he's going to be on the injured list for at least a week, so we won't be getting any painting done this weekend. I was hoping to get it done painted, but we'll wait a little bit.
What happened
But
to
that's
Papa
what a
Jim?
barn quilt is. Huh?
What happened to Papa Jim? Oh,
No, it's not that. His toe was bothering him. His toe was bothering him. His big toe was bothering him.
Did that
And
spider
he
get in
had-
there and lay eggs?
Just probably. That would be better. That would be better.
It's a daggone spider.
right beside the maggot.
It was. It wasn't, but it should have been. But he had a telemeeting with his doctor, and he says, "Yeah, my toe's bothering me. It's, I've been trying to fix it myself." He's got like a little ingrown toenail. He goes, and she goes, "Oh, I'll make you an appointment. You come up. We'll take a look at it." So I drove him up there today, and I thought I'll just run some errands. And it's like, it took forever. He was in there forever. And I thought, well, he's probably getting lab work done because, he needs to have his lab work done. After 2 hours, I said, "Just let me know when you're ready." He comes hobbling out with one of those ugly those ugly little socks they put on you when you're in the hospital, like a surgical sock when you're done. Those yellow ones with the little grabby things on the bottom so you don't slip and fall. They took off his entire toenail.
Oh.
The entire toenail.
Did they burn it like with the acid stuff?
No, he might
Okay.
grow back. He might not. But it's like he comes out with this big foot all wrapped up, and they put him on some opioids and sent him home. And so I don't know. He goes, "You want to see it?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it."
Oh, you're
But it's
going
all
to see
gone.
it. You're going to see it tomorrow, probably.
I will av-
Because
I
you're
will
going to need
avert
help
my gaze.
getting it
I will avert
unwrapped
my
and
gaze.
rewrapping it.
No.
Oh my
But
god.
he said that where it was really bothering him, they took out something that looked like an arrowhead, like a small arrowhead that had grown down into his toe. And that's why
an
they had to
ingrown
take the whole thing
toenail.
off. He towed the line. He sure did.
He needs to toe the line and not showing you.
Yeah. This mama don't want to see that.
Hey, where's Papa Jim right now?
He's gone to bed. He loaded
He's
up on
okay.
tramadol when
Hey,
he bed.
Drugged up.
Can you sneak in there and get the camera up on that toe?
No.
Alicia,
Come on.
when he goes to show you, can you just say, "Take a picture and I'll message it to Lisa"?
No. If I have, this is what I'm going to do. If I have to look at that toe,
You're going to
I'm
make all
going
of
to throw
us
up a
look at the
peace
toe.
sign. I'm going to throw up a peace sign and say, "Go Ridge Life," and send that into Tim.
Look
Jim's
at
toe
Scott.
says, "Go Ridge Life." This toe don't
I love
lie.
it.
It toed the line.
Oh
I
my
should make
god,
him
that's
do.
funny.
I should make him do a peace sign with his toes. The
Oh,
one toe.
can he do that?
Yeah, why not?
They probably can. If you give
Is
him
he,
enough
like,
of that tramadol, I
Double
bet you
joint
he
it in
can.
his toes
He'd
or
just say,
something?
"Go Ridge Life."
Two toes.
He'd say, "Toe Ridge Life." And
Tune in
Casey's
for
like,
Papa
what
Jim.
is this?
Oh.
What's going on with the Ridge Life? It's a contest. Oh, hey, Casey,
As
Hey.
long
do
as you-
this. Casey, do this. Say, "Go Ridge Life."
Go Ridge Life.
There, I'm going to take that for my video and send it to Tim. See? It's awesome.
Now, see, I could have like been like sober and done it for you in a video.
Well, I thought you were drinking Kool-Aid.
Do it. Yeah. What's with the Kool-Aid? What kind of Kool-Aid you drinking?
You just outed yourself.
It's Georgia Kool-Aid.
Hey everybody, hey Lori's World. Andale's here, Kiki from Urban Girl Gardening. Charlene is back. Awesome.
Lisa's joining us.
And Lisa Colovi's in the house. Lisa, do not mod. Relax.
No, I've been working on it slowly but surely over here.
I see you have. Thank you. And Jan's been killing it. Everybody's been killing it.
Is Lisa Colovi in her jams?
She probably is. I don't think she's going to come on screen. I don't want to speak for her, but I think she's probably had a long enough day.
I think people in the chat should be in their jams too.
Well, I'm sure they all are. They just don't want to come on screen.
I'm in my jams.
Yay.
just for you guys, because I don't wear them.
Casey's like jam.
Wow.
Am I supposed to be in my jams?
I've had
He's
enough
taking
of
his
this.
shirt off now.
I've had enough.
Had enough of this.
Hey, Kyle.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Eric.
I was going to
That's
say,
funny.
when can we get in our jams?
You had that
Wow.
conversation.
Monica tells me no.
When did we have that conversation? Was it our last live or was it yours?
No, it
Well,
was my last Friday live.
Okay, because I know we were talking. I know we were talking about it with Alicia's pajamas party.
Because I showed up in my jammies.
I know.
Well, didn't you do, Alicia? Didn't you do your live in your jammies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work. That would have been really inappropriate.
Night, Nancy. Simply Jan says I'm done being live. Yeah, she had her live tonight. See, look, everybody's in their jammies.
Okay.
My
It's up
jam
to
jams
us.
aren't suitable for the screen.
I would say
We were
that.
with our friends. We were with our friends
Oh.
in Tulsa, and we all bought jammies and went to the teppanyaki grill. And we
Yum.
like jumped into other people's birthday parties and had a lot of fun. And then we all went to Mexico, and I said we need to have a jammy party. So we had a jammy party in Mexico. And then I said we need to have a toga party. So we had a toga party. I can't help it.
Ryan stepped out and he just went like this. And he was like, toga, toga, toga.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the extent of my PJs. I'll probably wear one of my tank tops to bed. So I was nice and cozy the other day at Country Mama's PJ party. I was sitting there with my nice, freshly washed blanket, all nice and soft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you weren't working?
No, I was off. She scheduled it. so
I
could
scheduled
be
it
there.
just so she could be there.
Aw.
Thank you, Jan. Oh, the toga party was fun.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Casey's quiet tonight. What's up with that?
I'm
I
trying
have
to
to
like.
tell you, if you're ever going to meet a new group of people in person and you need an icebreaker, Jim and I did this. It was the funnest thing we've ever done. We were going to meet all these people. And so we stopped off at the Star and we bought a Ken and Barbie doll and we brought them to dinner. And it's a great icebreaker, just bringing Ken and Barbie along. And it turned, I'll have to tell some of the stories on my channel, but I mean, my gosh, we took Ken and Barbie to Mexico and they got kidnapped. And then they were held for ransom. They went to a Robert Plant concert. I mean, they bought new clothes for them. They bought an evening gown for Barbie and took her to a concert. It was hysterical.
Bye, Kiki.
Best icebreaker ever.
I did that with they had these rubber ducks at one of my old jobs and they used to hand them out and they'd be like, good job or superhero or all that stuff. And I remember we had my friend April who visited, we had such a blast. One night I just kept texting her pictures and videos of the duck doing all different kinds of things. And then I'd turn the duck over and I'd be like, yeah, the duck's had enough to drink or something like that. I think I called it Quack. I was like, Quack's hungover.
It's fun. It's a great icebreaker to do things like that. I'll share more stories about that on my live stuff, my stories.
I like the stories.
Somebody gave me some love on a shout out this week, and I appreciate the shout out. But they said I was a cooking channel. I said, "Oh, honey, don't think I can cook. Don't let that fool you. I tell stories."
Oh, we're back.
Oh, you all missed that?
Did you?
No, I heard.
Where did we
We heard
go?
it.
I heard.
Were we all buffering?
Okay.
Oh, it was just me being frozen.
I think it was just you.
Must have been.
I
No,
can
when you
I can
did your
fill you
pickle
in.
video,
He's
I
basically
died.
taking Barbie and Ken around to places, and people feel sorry for them because they're special.
Amen.
I think that was the extent of it.
Hey, there was a good story in there.
Well-
I'll listen to your stories, Alicia. I like
You know,
them.
Okay.
it's kind of like this lady.
That
we
was an
used to go to-
amazing synopsis.
Yeah, we used to go to church with this lady. She was an older lady. I would say probably mid to late 50s. And she was single. And she worked in downtown DC. And, you know, a lot of times women would be a little bit more concerned with the hours that she was working, walking through the streets. And she said, if you ever want to keep people away from you, just talk to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So this woman got in the habit of talking to herself as she's walking through the streets of DC, and she said no one ever approached her for any money, for any kind of help, nothing. So I think that was just kind of an extended version of carrying baby dolls around.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
It's
Barbie
okay. I
doll.
do that at the
She has a
grocery
baby doll.
store.
What was that, Casey?
I do that at the grocery store.
Yeah. me
You
too.
take
Oh, to
dolls
God, me
to the
too.
grocery store?
You like talk to yourself and then they say away.
If you start
Especially
arguing
if
with
you throw-
yourself, people
Throw a
run.
little tick in there with it, you know? Just a little head tick when you talk to yourself.
That's only when I go to Publix. So
Night Celtic Roots. Oh, Ryan's back.
Yeah, I heard the last part of Casey's or the part of talking to yourself. These days, what I do in the grocery store is just cough, and people tend to walk away.
Oh, gosh.
Tell them about
Put
the
on the
time we were in the
mask and
store
go.
when it all started.
Yeah, we were in a Family Dollar getting some things, and this was right after the first. We didn't lock down here in South Dakota, but
Don't
Right.
say the word.
oh, the word. But at that point, we were not knowing. It was very early on, and not knowing what was going on. Lisa and I were in this aisle looking at something, and another aisle over, someone started really hacking. It was probably smoker's hack.
It was
But I
bad.
just grabbed Lisa and said, "Come on, we're leaving."
All right. So the first couple of weeks when everything kind of went, I was 9 months pregnant, and it's just me. I had to go to the grocery store. I was a surrogate mom.
Yep.
So I was by myself. My kids are quarantined away from me at their dad's house pre me going to the hospital. And I had to go grocery shopping, and I was dying. Like I could not breathe. And it was like to the point I was going to pass out. Mind you, like 37 weeks. And I ripped that mask off and I sat my happy butt down in the middle of the grocery store. And everybody's like, whereas normally
You're gonna die.
like goes down. Normally they're like, are you okay? They're like, you're wearing your mask.
They're like this.
But it was either that or I was going to go down hard. So I just said, you know what?
Chan, do you do that with your hat on, with the chickens and the tag? I really want to know because I want to see it. You need to have the boss man film that like he's just watching from afar because I would drop dead laughing. The same
That
Family
would be
Dollar.
good B-roll.
What's that, Scott?
I said that'd be great B-roll.
Yeah.
I was the same
yeah.
Family Dollar. It was funny, you know, kind of looking for toilet paper, not because I was hoarding it, but because we needed it. So we were laughing so hard. I went to the same one, and I'm walking around, I think I was just killing time because at the time I wasn't working. So I was looking around, and I was like, I went down the toy aisle looking for something for my granddaughter, and I said, there's some Scott tissue. They were hiding it in all the weirdest places so that way people would run to the toilet paper section, see it wasn't there, and leave. So I'm taking pictures of it, sending it to Ryan, and I'm like, I found an 8-pack. I found a 9-pack. Here's a 12-pack. And what I would do is I'd take the bigger pack and put the smaller one back up. It was really crafty.
Yeah, it was pretty comical the way the staff in there was hiding the stuff. I thought it was hilarious.
Night seat, Faith.
Well, that's sad that they're hiding the Scots. That's like that coleslaw toilet paper. Shreds all the way. That's
Easy now.
That's that high quality. That's what I got right in here.
I think Wide Family Farm has on their about page. I haven't looked at it, but I think it says something like "Buy me toilet paper."
I'm going to tell you guys, and I've shared the link on Instagram.
You have.
You need to check out the company Who Gives a Crap, and get toilet paper delivered to your house by Who Gives a Crap. Each roll is wrapped in pretty paper, so you can use it to wrap presents later. Wink, wink. And it comes to your house, and the shipping is free. And it's Who Gives a Crap. And if you check out what I shared before on Instagram, I sent a link so everybody could save $10.
Well, as long as the shipping's free, though.
The shipping's free, and it comes with wrapping paper.
And it's bamboo toilet paper, right?
It's either recycled paper or bamboo.
Not recycled toilet paper, is
Just
it?
what you need.
No, it's recycled paper products.
Recycled toilet paper.
Where do
It's the gift
you
that keeps on
get
giving.
recycled toilet paper anyway? Like, where is the
No,
person
it's recycled
that's
paper.
From the plant.
You have the option. You can get the recycled
Good point.
paper, or you can get the bamboo.
Is it from all the state park composting toilets or what?
I don't know where
Like-
they get their
like who
recycled
has
paper.
that job? Like, that's not real recycled toilet paper, right? It's just recycled.
It's not recycled toilet like
no.
newspapers.
Well, they
Like,
tin it up and they reuse it.
You can read before you wipe.
Yeah, well, Monica, what do you think they do with all the toilet paper in those porta johns?
it just dissolves into the earth.
What do you think they do with
Bamboo, no
your
splinters.
your McDonald's wrappers get turned into toilet paper?
That's
There
it
you
right
go.
there.
It's for
That's
when
you're
you have a
wiping your
McWrap
butt with you're wiping your butt with old cheeseburger wrappers.
with a McWrapper. It's a McWrapper wrapper.
I'm with you, Mike.
Full circle.
That's why McDonald's.
You know what?
When
When everybody ran out of toilet paper, their customers did not. They had toilet paper to ship. Ships from Australia.
Good night, local life outdoors. Look at this. Oh, Jan, I can't wait. I can't wait, Jan. Bring it. That's pretty crappy.
It's crappy. Telling you guys. Next time you have to go on a hunt for your Scots, you're going to remember Alicia's got a whole bunch of Who Gives a Crap in her bathroom. And it was shipped to my
What,
door.
that
Pandemic, I will never allow myself to run low on toilet paper ever again.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Hey, everybody. Say hey to Robert Castleberry, PAD Outdoors. Are you home,
Hey,
Robert?
Robert.
Hope you're doing well. Hope you're home. Been worried about you. Been thinking about you. Oh, jeez. Aw. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go this. Oh, I can't wait, Jan. Can't wait, Jan.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Look. Freddie's always good for a laugh.
Stay away from the 3 leaves.
Yeah.
Don't use the bacon, Freddie. Freddie and I love bacon.
Or the leaves that look like oak. It's even worse than the 3 leaves.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You get double the blisters.
You're soylent green.
That's usually the case with our lives.
Someone walking in late and going, what?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
He's upside down.
Chris,
And he's just
out. You're upside down.
Chris and Steph just
Just
came in on
go.
the McCrapper.
Just Vogue. McCrapper.
We'll see. You know, Adventures on the Homestead asked that question. What's that, Danny?
I was just to say, Drops Family Garden. They're saying those leaves are so soft and they make very good toilet paper.
Wow.
No joke.
Ask me how I know.
I think I figured it out. Glad you're home, Robert. Having to get back at walking. Gotcha. Well, we wish you a very healthy recovery and hope everything goes well. I know it's a long road, but please take care of yourself. We're really grateful that you're home.
It's called McDirts.
Monica's over there laughing at somebody.
She talking. She thinks we can't hear her. She thinks she whispering, but we picking up on all of it, Monica. Ha ha ha.
She's been stirring the pot the entire time.
Oh gosh.
Moving on.
Ryan's had enough.
After talking about him at Crapper, it's just all downhill from there.
Yeah, I think it's kicking.
It can, but we don't need it to go there. We like our channel. No.
The great thing about living in Iowa is there's tons of corn cobs. We will never not have something.
Ow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Soap-
throw 'em out on
soap
the
and
lawn.
That's what your dad said he used to have to use when he was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he
Corn
told
cobs.
us.
You think he was serious?
Was he not?
No, it's serious.
He said he used one side and he'd leave the other side for his brother to use.
You put them on a stick and use them in a back scratcher. And then after you're done as a back scratcher, then you put them in the outhouse.
He said that they would have the Sears catalog or like the big, and they would keep it. And then as it was older, they would rip the pages out in the outhouse and use that one. He said, so you'd sit there and you'd be able to have something to read, but you had something to wipe your bum with too.
That's right.
That's the day I was so thankful that I grew up in the 80s, the 90s.
Mhm.
And I had all the things that he did not as a child.
Oh my gosh, you guys
Right.
are something else.
If somebody is acknowledging corn cobs as being awesome toilet paper,
It's simply jam.
we need to get their address and just ship them some free toilet paper, even if it's
Who
Casey,
gives a crap toilet paper?
even if it's as Casey said, the coleslaw stuff. I mean, anything is better than a corn cob. Especially if you got
Is
like
it like a
hemorrhoid
little
problems.
fuck kind of thing?
No,
Like
if you're using
white scratch?
if you're using a corn cob, you had a tough butt.
No, you probably have itchies and you need to get something checked out.
Jeez.
Grubby dub dub, huh?
We
I'm
can't hear
with
you,
you,
Casey.
Eric.
You're breaking up.
Oh, I just said it's a scrubby dub dub kind of
Ooh.
that corn cob.
Imagine if you had a corn allergy and didn't know.
Right.
Well, you will figure it out.
Oh, you find out
Real
quick.
Very fast.
Yikes.
Ryan's laughing so hard he had to leave. Well, all I think about is, and we get the corn cobs, we eat corn on the cob. And anyone who has chickens, I'm sure you do this. We sit there, we get them, we throw them out on the front lawn for the chickens because they're ranging around, and we throw them out there, they pick at them to death, and then they're really dry and hard. And then we pick them up
And
on the lawn. So, Dan, I don't know that I'd want to use them as toilet paper.
No, I mean it
Well-
sounds like Jan is going to be out there trying to take them from the chickens.
No, look. She said you rub them together and
If you rub
soften
them
them up.
Exactly.
together and soften them up, they work great.
Gotta be creative.
Jan, I want you to send me like a GIF of some corn cob toilet paper. I'll post it tomorrow. Use
No.
Let's
what
just
I
be
post.
clear. Let's be clear. He said GIF as in GIF, not gift as in GIF. He doesn't want a gift
No,
of corn
ma'am.
cob toilet
No,
paper.
ma'am.
He just wants a gift.
Why did you have to clarify? Because I was waiting for him to post a video of his gift. Why did you have to do that, Alicia? This is going to be the best ever.
I know.
Alicia ruins everything.
There goes my Monday
Night
video.
Christmas Clovercraft.
I can see it now. People coming into this chat being like, "Okay, so we got the next collaborative effort. We have to make a corn cob video."
Yes.
Well,
Hashtag
Corn cob pie.
Hey,
corn cob for the cornhole.
She's expecting a buttload of cups.
Cornhole. Hashtag
Yeah, that gives a
corn-
whole new meaning to cornhole.
oh my god. Yeah, walking in on this conversation.
That's the real
is like walking
game
in
right
on the
there.
maggot conversation.
Oh my god, I would so do that.
We call it beanbag toss where we came from. We never heard of it that way.
What's it
I
called?
know
Where
when
you-
we first moved out here and they were talking about a cornhole championship, I was like, where? Ding 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 ding. The pucker factor was just amazing.
What did they call it? Not cornhole. What's the other name? What did you say, Lisa?
Beanbag toss.
Beanbag
It's a
toss.
beanbag toss.
Beanbag
Or they
toss.
call it the sandbag. The sandbag
Yep.
championships out here. We have sandbag championships. So they have a little town that has every year they have a sandbagger championship. And I thought, what the heck is a sandbagger? Sandbagger, where I came from, was like somebody that pretends that they can't play pool and then they sucker you for your
Yeah.
money because they sandbagged. So I thought, what kind of championship is this? Is this for the biggest person who could tell the biggest lie and like take all your money? But it's the cornhole toss.
Yep.
Yeah, what person decided to start calling that game cornhole? Really? I mean, what?
Who you pointing at, Casey?
I'm agreeing. Who called it that?
It was probably some college kid or something.
No, it was somebody who thought the beanbag toss should have been left at the fall harvest for the 10 and under. They were like, y'all little kids do the beanbag toss. Us big people play cornhole.
It was probably
cornhole.
from Atlanta.
Yeah. It was probably some drunk some drunk college kid. It was like, we're playing cornhole tonight. And that's what happened.
Your mouth sure looks purty.
They're probably from Iowa.
Whoa, shots fired.
There's a lot of corn there.
I was gonna
There's
say,
corn.
I heard that people in Iowa
Yeah.
had toe problems.
Do we have what?
Toe problems.
no problem.
Lisa's falling out.
Oh, sure.
It's
Oh my gosh.
from playing
guys
too
are
much
crazy.
cornhole.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't participate in your competition tonight. My toe got all messed up. He toe up from the
Keep
flow
on
up.
that note. Okay.
Cooter fest.
What?
They had the Cooter Festival in
At the
Inverness,
Cooter
Florida.
Festival, the
Have
whole
more-
pageant.
have
And the
more-
winner was
Okay,
like,
now I get to know what that is.
What
she's the Miss
is that?
Cooter pageant queen. What do you do?
I'm not going to explain this to anybody.
He's going to have to fan himself off. Oh, my God.
Sorry, dying over here.
And your 2021 Miss Cooter is.
Hey,
Oh
can-
boy.
Could you imagine
Okay.
putting that on your college
Actually-
application? Well,
What's the talent portion of a competition like that for the Miss Cooter at the
They
Miss
play-
Cooter?
they play
Festival?
cornhole.
So there is a musical that I know of by this theater group on YouTube called Star Kid, and it's me and my male genitalia is the name of the show. And it's euphemism. And there is actually it's about male genitalia and female genitalia, and one of the characters is Miss Cooter. So, and she's a lovely Southern belle of a girl. It's just really hilarious.
A cooter is a
So
type of
that's all I
turtle.
can think of now is Miss Cooter is from the show. That's all
I want to know if it's a snapping turtle.
Oh, Lisa, I gotta touch my pearl.
Oh, yes, I went there.
I love you.
I thought
Only Alicia would have went there.
I thought Cooter was a tow
Lisa
truck
says-
driver.
Thank you, Robert, for bringing this back around.
No, Cooter's a tow
Out there
truck,
about
isn't he?
Snapping turtle, and it just all went right back to hell.
What did Scott say?
I said, isn't Cooter the tow truck?
I thought Cooter was
No,
a
that's
tow truck
Mater.
driver. It's Dukes of Hazzard.
Time out. Time out.
At Cooter's Garage.
Yeah.
Oh God, guys, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed.
We broke Lisa.
Oh no.
No, I'm confused. Is Cooter really a tow truck?
Yes.
He's a tow truck driver.
Oh,
You gotta
there
go
you
watch Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, on Dukes of
Wow.
Hazzard.
They're like the originals, not like this
I'm
remake.
talking about
with-
cars.
No, you go watch the original, like
Kate-
Dukes of Hazzard.
Casey must be like 23.
He's a baby. Look,
Thank you. I'll take that.
he's a
I'm
baby.
nowhere
You take
close,
that.
but thanks.
Yeah, the
I
tow
haven't been
truck.
in my 20s in a while. This is all filters.
He exfoliates with the corn cob.
Yeah, there we go. And
Cooter came to the
cornroll.
festival.
So that makes it legitimate right there.
It's a real Cooter festival.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Mater.
He went to the festival.
Oh yeah, Mater.
Cool.
Well, that's a different dude.
I need my inhaler
Anyway,
now.
guys, I'm gonna run. I'm out
It
of
was
here.
nice seeing you,
All right,
Scott.
Scott, have a good night. I'm gonna get going too.
Have
Good
a
night,
great
everybody.
weekend,
Thanks
guys.
for being here.
Woo, it was another fun Friday.
Sounds good. We'll
Mate-
see y'all next Friday. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, you're closing up. Okay, I was gonna comment on the mater, but whatever. I'll save it for
I keep-
another day.
For some reason, I keep freezing up. It's done it like 4 times tonight, so I don't know what's going on.
We brought our bad StreamYard experiences to you because every time we say goodbye to someone, it's like we start into a bad Chinese movie. So
Well, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We love y'all. Have a great evening and a great weekend.
Good night.
see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Good to see ya.
Bye.